Everyone, Tony Costa here from Trump Apologetics. So glad that you could join us. Well, today is March the 17th, 2025, and every March 17th, of course, it is known as St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, and this is celebrated in North America as well, especially in Ireland and parts of the United Kingdom. So, what do we know about St. Patrick, the man known as St. Patrick? First of all, he has never been canonized as a saint in the Roman Catholic Church. What we know about him is that St. Patrick or Patrick was born to a wealthy family. He was born around AD 387, and it's believed that he was born in Kilpatrick, Scotland. Some would say in England or Wales. So he was actually not Irish. Patrick was not Irish. So he was either from Scotland, England, Wales, in what we call today the United Kingdom. And at that time, of course, we need to also bear in mind that at that time, the Roman Empire was dominating, well, the Christian, if you will, empire, because in 313, around there, 312, 313, you do have the conversion of Constantine the Great, and then around 312, 313, you have the Edict of Milan, Edict of Tolerance, which basically meant that the Emperor Constantine, who believed himself to be a Christian, had established tolerance in the empire. And so in 387, you're talking about an empire that was primarily Christian because of the conversion of Constantine. And his name, we call him Patrick, but the names that we are given that he was born with, the name given to him was actually Maiwen Sukkot. Maiwen Sukkot. And that, of course, sounds very strange to us. As a young man at 16 years of age, Patrick was captured by Irish raiders who had taken him, and he spent several years as a slave in Ireland. So he was taken and enslaved to serve in Ireland. He claimed to have had a dream in which God said to him, "Your ship is ready." And he took this as a sign that God was going to set him free. And lo and behold, Patrick escaped, and he saw a boat, got on the boat, and returned back to England. He later claimed to have received more dreams, and in those dreams, he heard the voice of the Irish asking him to come back to them. And he claimed to have heard the voices of the Irish people that he came to know when he was a slave in Ireland. And so he took this as a call from God to go back to Ireland and to evangelize there, to missionize the people of Ireland. And so Patrick's become known as the missionary to Ireland. He supposedly converted 135,000 people there. The religion of Ireland at the time was the Celtic religion. You have the Druids, which were pagans. And it is believed that he had established 300 churches there in Ireland and that he had consecrated um, about 350 bishops while he was there. And so that second dream that he had that prompted him to go back to Ireland is what brought Christianity there. He went there, and according to some stories, he had converted the Druids, and he had converted them by using the famous shamrock, the three-leaved clover shamrock, in which he described and explained the Trinity to them. I'll have a little bit more to say about that. So, the reason why he is known is because he brought Christianity to Ireland and missionized there. And the reason why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day on March 17th of every year is because that was the date in which he died. He died on March 17th, AD 461. And so it is the commemoration of his death date. It's not his birth date. It is the commemoration of his death date. So the tradition of St. Patrick lived in the memory of the Irish, and from that arose celebrations on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, and the first St. Patrick's Parade in North America actually took place in New York City, where you still have a church there, St. Patrick's Church there in New York City, in Manhattan. The first St. Patrick's Day Parade took place March 17th, 1762. 1762, and this was primarily with Irish soldiers. And bear in mind that that first St. Patrick's Parade took place 14 years before the American Revolution. And so this was being already celebrated by the British colonies of North America before the Declaration of Independence. The wearing of green that has become associated with St. Patrick's Day, um, the color green indicating fertility has been associated with green summer, not summer, sorry, spring rather, the coming of spring. And so the idea there is that the green color represents the shooting up of the various plants as the spring approaches. And also, it was the color of Irish culture, the color of Ireland, and so it became associated with St. Patrick's Day. Now, there are a couple of legends that have accrued and have attached themselves to St. Patrick that we need to address as well. One of the myths associated with Patrick is the banishing of the snakes from Ireland. This idea is not true. It is actually a legend that arose. And so Patrick never banished the snakes out of Ireland. The reason why there's no snakes there in Ireland, or the Emerald Island, as it's sometimes called, emerald, of course, the color green, being associated with the stone emerald. Um, Many believe that it has to do with the location of Ireland, and many scientists, historians would say that, and they base this all on the Ice Age. That's their theory, that snakes were never able to make it across into what we call Ireland today. But that's beside the point. The point being that this idea is that the snakes were representations of demonic powers, and they also were believed to represent paganism. And the idea is that when Patrick banished the snakes from Ireland, he was banishing paganism by bringing Christianity into the country. Another legend that they believe is the very legend of the shamrock, the idea that Patrick used the shamrock to convert Ireland to Christianity, using the shamrock as a symbol of the Trinity. Of course, using the shamrock is actually not a very good representation of the Trinity, because a clover, the shamrock, the three-leaf clover, um, is actually three parts. In other words, you've got three leaves, and yes, they're connected to the one clover, but you've got these three parts. And the Trinity, of course, is not parts. It's not partialism. Um, if you want to get a laugh out of that, you could always check the the YouTube on the is put out by a Lutheran pastor, and it has two Irishmen confronting Patrick and questioning him about the Trinity and so forth. So anyway, you can always check that out if you'd like. The idea of the shamrock being used to convert the pagans is believed to have arisen the first time we hear about it. Irish monks, Christian monks started talking about it. The first time it's actually mentioned is in 1726, in 1726. And so you could see that this is something that developed long, long after Patrick had passed away. The other thing we often see is when you have depictions of Patrick or Saint Patrick, he's usually depicted in green, wearing green robes and so forth. But he most likely wore um, blue robes or vestments rather than green. The green, of course, being associated with Ireland and the advent of spring. So if you're interested in the video I mentioned there about um, the, the little, this is a cartoon, by the way. It's meant to be a parody. And if you're interested in that video of the little Irish guys um, quizzing Patrick on the Trinity, I'll put a link to that in the description box. And it's one of my favorite videos on that topic. So that's it, folks. That's that's St. Patrick's Day for you. Do I believe Patrick was a believer? I definitely do. And one of the things that Patrick is famous for is, of course, saying that he binds himself to the Holy Trinity. He's bound to the Holy Trinity, and he also said that Christ is with me, he's above me, he's behind me, he's in me. And he was a man who trusted on the Lord Jesus Christ. It was Christ alone with for Patrick there. And so we thank God for these men that God has raised to bring the gospel to the world. Was Patrick a Roman Catholic? No. To speak of Roman Catholicism at this point, when he died in in the year 461, we're still seeing the development of the supremacy of the Bishop of Rome and all that development. Was he a Christian? I believe he was. Was he a Catholic Christian? Yes, Catholic in terms of being part of the universal global church. Was he Roman Catholic? I doubt it. You can't really talk about Roman Catholicism at this stage in the history of the church. But that is St. Patrick for you. I hope you found this video helpful, and would like to encourage you, as always, to subscribe to the channel, Toronto Apologetics, to like the video, and to share the video. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. And my book here, No King But Christ, just wanted to do a plug for my book. No King But Christ is available on Amazon, and it deals with contemporary, where the church is at today, and what we as believers, how we should live and how we should testify for Christ in the days we live in. So I'll put a link to that in the description box where it'll connect you with Amazon. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us, and look forward to having you in another video. Take care, everyone. Blessings.